Alright, so today we're looking at addition of decimals. The important thing of a decimal is the decimal point. So let me line them up. So for question number 1, let me just write this as 7.9. At the bottom, let me line up 4.21. Do notice that I do line up the decimal point. I don't put the numbers all the way to the right. I line up the decimal point. If I want it to be the same length, I can always put another 0 at the end. So then, obviously, let me write my decimal point, and then we're going to add numbers like we always do. Starting from the right, 0 plus 1 is 1, 9 plus 2 is 11, so carry the 10, and then 1 plus 7 plus 4, that's 12. So my answer is 12.11. Once again, line up the decimal point. Looking at question number 2, I have 3.9, 0.6. Once again, make sure your decimal point is lined up. I'm just going to go 9 plus 6, that's 15. So carry the 10. 1 plus 3 is 4. So my answer is 4.5. If we don't see a decimal point, because there will be some that don't have a decimal point, if you don't see one, assume it's at the end. What I mean with that is, let me skip to question number 18. Right, that 2 doesn't have a decimal point, so if I don't see it, assume it's at the end. So the way I'm going to line this thing up will be 2.4.9. Once again, make sure your decimal point is lined up. I see there's a 9 at the end, and 4 plus 2 is 6. So my answer is 6.9. Right? If there's no point, once again, if there's no point, assume it's at the end. And every time you line up your decimal numbers, line up the decimal point. Since I'm in question number 18, let me skip to question number 21. I have various numbers there. Let me line them up as 3.8, 7.3, 6.8, and 0.1. Once again, make sure your decimal point is lined up. On the very far right, I add my numbers, 8 plus 3 plus 8 plus 1, that's 20. So write down to 0, carry down to 2. Then I add my numbers on the left, 2 plus 3 plus 7 plus 6, that's 18. So my answer is 18.0. Once again, line up the decimal point. Let me take a look at question number 22. Let me line this thing up as 2.8, 3.444, 6.782, and then 7.4. Make sure your decimal point is lined up. On the very far right, I see 4 plus 2, so that's 6. 4 plus 8, that's 12, so carry down to 10. 1 plus 8 plus 4 plus 7 plus 4, that's 16, 17, 24. Carry down to 2. And then 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6 plus 7, that's 20. So my answer is 20.426. The important thing on decimals, like I said, is the decimal point. So make sure the decimal point is lined up. If you don't see a decimal point, assume it's at the end. Any questions? Okay.